Hello, good evening, friends. I welcome all the students, parents, teachers on the behalf of Dwarika Hospital. I'm Dr. Avinash Khan. I welcome all of you again on the behalf of DPS Bhopal School, and I'd like to thank you, the school, for conducting such a good awareness program, wellness program in this difficult time. Now, this is the Corona crisis. Do we think it is a difficult time? If yes, we consider a difficult time, then we have to come up with a solution. How can we make it of positive use for this time for us? In this time, we are locked up in our houses. We can't move out of our houses. Our activities has been limited to a great extent by the government to curb the spread of these coronaviruses. So the school has come up with a very good idea to create a wellness program and to remain in touch with the students, and not only with the students but also with the parents. I have seen during last few days lot of activities has been done by the school, so I'm very thankful to school. They have invited me for today to have a discussion on how to maintain our weight during this crisis and how to improve our immunity. So first we start with the how to manage our weight during the lockdown. I want to share this topic under different headings. Why we will gain the weight during this time, why we need to reduce this weight, or how why we need to maintain this weight. It means if you don't maintain this weight, how it will affect our health. It means what are the complications of this overweight. And most important point, that what I know is particular person is aware of it, he has excess weight. Is there any some criteria when he can assess himself he is overweight? So in third aspect, we'll discuss how can we know that I am the overweight. And the last point is how to manage this weight. And this topic will I also discuss the four headings, how we can motivate ourselves about the food, exercise, like that. So starting from the first point, why we gain the weight. So weight gain is a balanced activity of what we eat and what we burn out our calories by the regular activities. Routinely, we are doing our normal activities, so usually we don't gain the weight because whatever we are amount of food we are eating, that is providing calories to us. But on the other side, we are also doing some or other physical activities in day-to-day activities, our professional activities. Someone is going for a physical activities to the garden, gymnasium. Also, we are going. So overall, these activities remains in balance. But there are few conditions when the particular person can be at the risk of gaining the weight. These are so in during this activity, if these activities are curtailed down, he might have risk to gaining the weight. And what is happening in this lockdown? Those who are fitness enthusiasts, those are gym enthusiasts, now they can't go out of the home. So there is a decrease in physical activities. It means now we can't do our regular physical activities beyond our regular activities. Like second, now all the sports center gym has also been closed. So we also don't have option to go there. So that way our routine activities has come to standstill. It means we are no longer moving out of our home. We are able to move only now one room to other room to third room. We can move from kitchen to the bedroom to the master TV room. So that way we are moving only in the house only. It means there is significant reduction in our physical activities. So that's the reason. And the second point is Now we are at the home. When we are not occupied with routine work, we have tendency to eat more and more. Although homemade food is very good for our health, it is well cooked, but again we have tendency to overeat. So here in this particular situation, there is an imbalance. What we are eating routinely, if you take that criteria, in that aspect, our physical activity has come down significantly. So there is an imbalance in a total calorie intake and total calorie we are burning out. So because of this, we are at a risk of getting the weight, even we are a normal person, normal weight person. I think you agree for this point. I can make you understand simply, like what kids say, the students say, if the school teacher is giving a lot of homework to you, and they're giving homework day-to-day basis. If you finish your homework, then you are happily enjoying your school work also. Because there's no burden on you to do the extra work on that. But if you keep doing some or other activity of the homework gradually by subject, more work will add to you in waiting, and that's way you have burden of extra homework to you. So similarly, it is imbalance. For parents, I can make them understand very simply. The weight gain, it is a result of what we earn, whatever we are earning, and minus expenditure of routine family activities. So whatever we are saving, we put in the bank. So here saving is a good tool for us to, because it's a reserve money for us. So similarly, if our intake is more, whatever way we are taking, intake is more or expenditure is less. Or other way, our intake is normal, but when expenditure has been reduced substantially, I think this condition applies in this lockdown situation. Our food intake is more or less normal, but our physical activities has substantially reduced. So that is the reason we are at the risk of gaining the weight. So now everyone is at the risk of gaining the weight. And if we are health conscious, then if you recorded your weight in the beginning of this lockdown, now it will be surprise to you. You might have gained 1, 2, 3, 4 kg weight extra. The other factor contribute to the weight gain in this lockdown is, as now we don't have too much work to do. Yes, schools have started online teaching. Yes, but the time schedule is less than compared to the school. When kids are going to school, they get up in early morning. They're physically more active. They also do some physical activities and sports period or sports ground in the school also. That has some substantially been reduced. And also now teaching time might be less. So they are more or less free in the daytime. And another factor is lack of the sleep. Now, as we don't have too much activities, we are involving more in the, I would say, in-house activity. It may be the looking at the TV, movies, playing with the games with the mobile. Although even we are doing for our school work also, because we are, my audience today is the students and the parents. But yes, now we are less physically active, and we are using more of this gadget, more of, I think so. Even most of people are use has been increased substantially, and because of this, if someone is using more of these gadgets, mobile, TV, movie, they you see them more often in the late night. So that way, there's change in the sleep pattern also. For a parent, now you know your kid is supposed to go to school next day in the morning. Time is defined. You have to get up in early. You have to make him ready for that. You have to cook his breakfast or lunch for that him also. So now these activities have come down as a standstill. So now the tendency to use these gadgets. So you must be maybe having the less sleep in this lockdown period, and that is another reason people are at risk of gaining the weight. Yes, the weight gain is also common in some type of the population, I would say, in some type of profession, I would say. If someone has tendency to gain the weight, it means if there is a tendency of family to being overweight, these are the people, they are more likely to gain the weight also. Now, those who are unemployed person. Now today we are not unemployed, but today we are employed, but we don't have designated work for day to day. So that way, these activities can be the cause of the weight gain also. Those person who remain under stress or those having the undergo the depression, they are also likely to gain the weight. And this situation, lockdown one, I think most of people were enthusiastically motivated to control or to help to prevent the spread of this coronavirus. But when the situation remain uncontrollable in terms of government perspective, they applied the lockdown too. So gradually, we are getting fed up with the staying in the home, and later on lockdown three. So the duration has been prolonged for a long time. So that is changing our behavior, our perception. People are concerned about their job, about their work, so about their business. So there are more or less at the risk of having some more stress, or some might be those have already earlier depression. They might undergo that they suffer from depression. So these are a few factors. They aggravate the situation of weight gain if they have tendency to overweight in the earlier also. So now I come to the second point: how to assess whether I am gaining the weight. Yes, ideal way is we should record our weight, and day zero means when lockdown started, after 1 week, then after second week, third week. But it's a mostly impractical situation for all of us. But yes, we can become aware of it if we are health conscious. The weight is increasing, and we can justify or we can understand if our routine garments or clothes they become tightened. The button we are feeling difficulty to close the button is one of the clue there. The trouser we are wearing it getting tightened, our waist size is increasing. So these are some subtle signals that we are gaining the weight. Some patients have feeling of there is a heaviness in tummy. They are becoming uncomfortable. So what is the cause for that? Being a specialist, they come to us for gastro problems, but when we assess them properly, then the underlying cause is now they are gaining the weight. They have gained about 3 kg, 5 kg, or 7 kg weight in last 1 month or 2 months because of this, because of this excess weight gain. Their tummy is getting fullness, and they feeling uncomfortable, and they feel indigestion like problem for that. So assessing the overweight, we should know our weight. That is one of the most reliable way to know our weight. There is also some objective criteria to know whether we are really gaining the weight, and whether how much weight we are gaining, what is the relevance of that. So we should know our weight, and then we should also know our height. And there is a formula known as the body mass index, BMI. The BMI helps us to know what exactly our BMI is. And this BMI has very useful, because if you think of I gain the 5 kg weight, but if my weight is 50 kg, if I gain the weight 5 kg when my weight was 80 kg, it makes a lot of difference for in terms of interpretation. Someone with height of 5 feet, for him 50 kg may be the normal weight, but someone with height of, even I would say someone with height of 6 feet, for him 70 kg weight is a normal, but in the person of 5 feet, for him 70 kg weight may be substantial on higher side. And the gain of weight also has a relation with this BMI also. If someone gain 5 kg weight, the 6 height feet person 70 kg weight, if you gain 5 kg weight, it does not add too much gain on the health side. But someone is the 5 feet height, he has the 50 kg weight. Now we gain a 10% extra weight. So gaining a 10% extra weight or more than it has definitely affect our health. It implicate on our body organs in terms of complications. So the simplest way to assess our obesity is we are gaining the weight. Our family members they might pick up like fullness in the cheek. Our clothes are getting tightened. The difficulty in getting closing the buttoning them. We can come to know also. And if you have the weighing machine, you can tighten calculate your body mass index by putting the height and weight into the formula. So now I am coming to the third point. how and why it affects our health. I think until unless we are aware of this point that I'm going to highlight with you, we are unlikely to get benefit of weight gain. People are do not understand. Most of the people in the society, they have taken it overweight as a normal new life. Like this corona situation, now social distancing had become a new life. Putting a mask on the face has become a new way of the living. Same way, overweight or life has become a normal way of living. So, but until unless they'll end up in some other problem, they think the overweight is a normal because since the childhood, they've seen their family members, they are overweight. They've seen their surroundings, the friend circle, social members, they're also overweight, and they take it granted it is overweight is normal for them. But through this seminar, I want to educate you. We should know our normal weight according to the height, and we should try to maintain the normal weight only. If we are have risk or risk factor to gain the weight, we should control the weight that this risk factors and try to minimize the weight gain. If we gain the weight, we should make every attempt to come to the normal weight. So ultimately, overweight is going to affect your health. And simply, there are a lot more complications will develop in our health in due coming time. And finally, our lifespan will be reduced. So how this affect our complication? I want to give one good example. Like we now most of have on the four-wheeler that has capacity of 5% sitting into the car. Now you can presume if someone has to carry the 8 people in the same car, what is effect on going on to with the car? If the same person carrying 8 person in the car on day-to basis, on for longer time, for months and for years, what is going to affect on the car? You will agree that this car is going to be damaged. There may be more wear and tear in this car. The parts of car going to be damaged. If I tell namely, the tire will be have more friction, the lifespan will reduce. You have more risk of getting the puncture, and the lifespan of tire will reduce to a time that we need to change the tire sooner or later. Second impact would be engine. Now there's a overload on the engine. So if the overload remains for longer time, again for months and years, efficiency of engine will also go down, mileage will also come down, and there will be more wear and tear on the car also. So just correlate this example with our overweight health also. With the overweight, if tires are likely to get damaged earlier than the routine life, similarly, if I am the overweight, we are the overweight, our knee joint and backache are going to affect early. It means we are likely to have early knee pain because their fraction of joint will damage our joints. So that is going to happen. So similarly, if you see the 8% sitting in the car is not going to damage on the same day or in the next 1 or 2 weeks. But the same condition persists for months and years, damage will 100% will come. Similarly, in overweight people, they underestimate their ongoing damage. So I always give this example to make them understand how it is going to affect their health. So their knee joint will get pain. When the pain starts, the body has power to regenerate, power has the recovery. More we are younger, more have this power of regeneration. So body keep on repairing their small tent in the knee joint. But when the overweight continues over knee joint, ultimately the damage exceeds than the repair capacity of the knee joint, and we eventually have the knee pain. And the condition worsens, then we find difficulty in the walking. Ultimately, after that 10 to 15 years of the knee pain or 20 years, the person consults the doctor and they may need to go knee replacement surgery. So similarly, the car tire is getting damaged, our knee joint also get damaged in a similar attitude. Now take second example. That is the pressure on the engine mileage. Similarly, the extra pressure on the our heart. If I am a 70 kg person, my heart is used to work for a 70 kg person. Our heart is a unique organ that continues for every minute. He is working, he is beating, pumping the blood to our important organs. But once we gain the weight, our heart too has worked hard, and he has to push the blood against the pressure, against the resistance, and against the overweight, in simple word. So that is a gradually putting extra pressure on the heart. So person will develop the blood pressure in coming years. Again, simple example I can to make you understand. In the five-story building, we had a underwater motor to deliver the water to the five floor. The motor must be having some capacity. Horsepower is a capacity for their working capacity. But presume same motor or the same power has to deliver the water to the 10th floor. Can this machine or motor sustain for a long time? I think you will agree the motor will not last for longer, because now this motor working hard for a long time for his according to his efficiency. So similarly, the motor will fail. Similarly, if we are overweight, our heart has to work hard for a longer days, more weeks, more years, then person develops the blood pressure. And the blood pressure has become a very common norms in today's era. I think we should be scared to know, and we should understand that because of the overweight, our heart is overburdened, and we should reduce the weight. The other point is, just take another example of the car, the mileage will also go down. Similarly, we are at the risk of developing any heart problem, it will be the heart attack, like that. The overweight person has more likely to have the diabetes. If you see surroundings, out of 10 diabetic persons, nearly 7 or 8 people are overweight. And if you go to see them, prescription of doctors, all the doctors advise them to reduce the weight, because weight reduction helps them to take care of their heart and diabetes. If you understand overweight is causing damage to the car, the suspension or core will be affected. Similarly, our backbone is supporting our body in an erect posture. If you have the high weight bearing in terms of overweight, we will suffer a lot of from the backbone problems. Maybe the discs may be slipping, causing the pain, neurological pain. So these are common problems which suffers a lot. If I start telling you the problems from the age, so if the children are overweight, that it also has ill effect on their health. You see, when they are overweight or obese, the problem starts from their family, surroundings, or from the school. Because the contemporary colleagues or members, they tease them, they bullying them. He's like overweight. Even if they say a simple joke, but because joke telling them he looks like an elephant, he looks like a. So these are the words when the affected boys listen, it naturally affect his efficiency. It put a psychological stress on his health, and gradually he become less confident, and gradually he lose interest in his surroundings, interest in the working, and these boys are at risk of losing interest in studies also. So for parents, it's very important to understand that if child is overweight, and if you have a family tendency to overweight, you should focus to reduce your weight so that your child does not have any unwanted psychological stress because of overweight. If the kids is overweight, definitely he can't do too much physical activities. If kids don't do physical activities, it indirectly affects his own health. For good growth of muscles and bone in a natural adult life, the kid has to play lot of. He has to do all outdoor activities. More we walk, more we jump, better and stronger his bone and muscle is. It's a very crux of to understand for the parents. Encourage your kids for these activities. But if we don't focus on this activity, the kid will again gain the weight. So at one end, he is getting more psychological stress that compromising his routine efficiency. And since the beginning, he become less confident in his career, future growth also. Now by coming to the female teenage girls. In these girls, they suffer from their monthly cycles, their menstrual cycles. That I know we face so many problem. Patient comes to us for all these problems, and because this session is never for the parents, so I want to give brief description of this problem because for the parents only mother knows if daughter has this problem. Most of fathers are not aware because mother try to manage at her own level. That's good. But the real problem is because of the obesity, the kids, female kids, they have delay in their starting of menstrual cycle. There may be delay, there may be excessive bleeding, or there may be infrequent bleeding also. And once this problem persists, and you go to doctors and they do thorough examination, they found a disease that is known as the PCOD, polycystic ovarian disease. So these are the young teenager girls are prone to have these problems, and they start from the childhood. They start from this age. So at this age, its role is very important to keep them in normal weight. Don't accept overweight as a new normal for your family members. When the same girl, same overweight girls grows, when she suffers from PCODs, they grow, so they also suffer psychological aspect of their growth also. But when they got married, now it created a lot of sociological issues with the parents also. Because when the boys or girl is overweight, they find a difficulty to match the suitable match for her son or daughter, and they are forced to reduce the weight. And lot of youngers, they become fitness enthusiastic, they go to gym, they become diet expert, and they try to lose their weight. And this is one of the reason because they are finding difficulty to find a suitable match, or during the profession they feel their confidence is lower than their contemporary colleagues, than their peers. So that is another aspect. So third point will effect will be when they get married with all the blessing. I would say if the parents try, they find a suitable match and they goes for marriage, the new problem will come, that is the infertility. It means you're the new couple, they're trying to bring a new news in your family, to bring a new family member. They're putting hard, they're putting very sincere effort. But outcome is not as what the parents are expecting. They are unable to get conceived. And this is the reason because both the overweight boys and girls are suffering from the complication of the obesity, that is the infertility. And in simple word, I will tell you that both the boys and girls, because of overweight, their body have produced some hormones. They are negative hormones. The negative hormones don't allow the normal ovary function, sperm function to work altogether. And that is the reason they'll end up in an infertility. And for that, your parents goes to the doctors to take a solution for their problem. Doctors advise some medicines. They advise for weight loss also. Some may conceive, some may not conceive. Some may require the, I would say, artificial pregnancy, that is a IVF. So these are the future coming with the problems. Now, if you are lucky enough that your I would say kids, your grown up baby married kids are able to conceive, then the 9 months of the pregnancy of the female is very challenging, not only for her health but also for doctors also. During this period, the young women, pregnant women, will have a lot of medical problems, and we define high risk pregnancy. The gynecologist doctor will make every effort to make them pregnancy safer, but yes, they do have some complications. And ultimately, if they deliver a very overweight baby. So this overweight baby, if has overweight since the birth, we are gifting the new generation as overweight to the new generation since the beginning. So we are suffering after age of 10 or 15 years, 20 years, but our new generation is going to affect it since the birth. And this cycle will keep on moving. These young boys will gain weight earlier than on the what I told the medical complication like heart problem, joint problem. These problems will happen them earlier also. And it is very surprised for all the parents that these overweight kids become diabetic by the age of 20 or between the age of 20 and 30 years. They become hypertensive between this age also. because they get overweight, they are not that much active in a sports, they will have more of the bone or muscles problem in early life. Or ultimately, the what we see disease after 50s, like blood pressure, diabetes, and they are suffering since their, I would say, dynamic age, young age of 20s, 30s. So these are the common problems they are going to have if you don't treat the overweight. The one problem I want to highlight is that cancer is the one of the most common upcoming cause. Everyone is concerned for the cancer. Everyone tries to keep cancer away from day-to-day life. Like we know, smoking causes the one type of cancer, alcohol causes the liver cancer, pancreas cancer. So surprising fact is that obesity also causes more than 20 type of cancer. Every organ of our body is prone to have the cancer because of overweight with obesity. So in coming time, we are going to face more cases of cancer because we are having the more obesity. So now with this perspective, you understand very seriously that overweight is the biggest threat for our life. And here I want to thanks to DPS School for creating such awareness program in this time when we are free. We are free at our home. We can learn something. We can understand the our upcoming problems, and we can find a solution. So my aim of giving this talk is that why weight loss is important. The reason is that lot of people they try to lose the weight, but after some time, after few weeks to few months, they give up very easily because we don't know what is the motivating factor for them to start the weight loss. Whether they want to improve their look, whether they are a sports person, they want to maintain their physical fitness, or whether they are diagnosed with some medical problem and doctors advise to reduce the weight, but they start doing that also. So we have to be aware that we should not be overweight. I would request all of you today measure your weight, take your height, then you calculate the BMI. A lot of applications are available on mobile also, on the internet also. You set up Google, you will find the web engines. They will calculate your BMI and try to know that what is your current BMI and what should be your ideal BMI. How much weight you have extra, and this weight you should focus to reduce. So how to reduce the weight in lockdown? I want to give one solution for that. Those who want to reduce the weight, the success can only be achieved if we are very clear why we want to lose our weight, because that is the motivating factor for us to reduce the weight. Number two, we should set a goal for that also. If you are doing some dieting, if you are going for doing some physical activity but without the goal, outcome not going to help you, because you may lose some weight but you are likely to regain weight after some time also. So you want to know what is your excess weight. It means you have excess weight of 10 kg or 5 kg and you want to reduce in a 3 month or 6 month. So make a very realistic goal. I would say normally we can reduce 2 kg weight to 4 kg weight in a 1 month with a moderate efforts. Don't see the models, Bollywood stars. They professionally can reduce the very much weight in a short time, and they have to gain the weight also in short time to suit the character in their film. But that lifestyle is not possible with us. So practically we can lose 2 kg to 4 kg weight easily without any extra effort. Yes, we have to put some extra effort easily, and we have to maintain that. So we should have the goal. How much weight I have to reduce, and in what time I should reduce it. And the last point is we have to maintain that weight also. So this commitment starts since the beginning. If you are fulfilling these 3 points, then it is easy to reduce the weight. Else, once we reduce the weight, we will regain it again. And once we regain, our confidence will go down. Okay, so what are the important steps? So first step, I would say, make up your mind. This is my 5M for weight loss. The one is the mind. You decide, yes, you want to reduce the weight. Once you decide, then you get motivated for that. Yes, I'm motivated. I will do something. And motivation can start with small activities also. It's a very, I would say, myth. Okay, you need to go to the gym for weight loss. You should go to dietitian for a weight loss. No, if you are self-motivated, today I will share you some tips for weight loss. You can note down them and you follow religiously in day-to-day activities. I would say simply, it's like a if you make attempt daily basis, small event, effort, and gradually build up your effort, you will definitely reduce your weight. My third aim is mouth. Now here comes the role of food. So I told earlier why we gain the food, why we gain the weight, because we are getting more food or getting more calories. So our intake is more, our calorie intake is more, but our expenditure has become less in this special situation in this lockdown. So our physicality activity has come very negligible to practically zero. Then our intake remain the same. So intake is same, energy less is practically very nil. Then we are bound to gain the weight. So we have to reduce our dietary intake. You will be surprised what I'm telling you, but this is a fact. Because physical activity has gone down, similarly, we have to reduce our routine dietary intake also. Whatever food intake you must take at the time of routine activity, routine office time, now you have to bring it down. Maybe I would say 20%, 30% amount should be reduced. It means your intake is less, it will match with your less physical activities. So you are less likely to have the weight gain. Now, which type of food we should eat? The common guideline says we should avoid eating food that is high in carbs, high in sugars, and the food that is high in oil and high in fats. Why? Because these are the two food, they give a lot of calories, energy to us. The fat or oil, 1 gram of fat give us 9 kilocalories, and 1 gram of carbs give 4 kilocalories. Yes, both carbs and fats are essential for our body. They are good source of energy, or even for emergency, they provide calories to us. But what happening? We are not aware of it. How much calories we need to have. So we should avoid taking the high fat, high oily food. Now, in this current lockdown, we are eating food at the home. So at one end, it's a good point. Our outside food habits have gone down. We are no more eating now fast food, preserved food, and we are not going for parties regularly outside. So that one way is good. We are eating less calorie food. But at home also, now there are tendency we are free. For family fun, family together, we try to make some food more delicious. And we indulge in deep fried food. We make lot of varieties of food. So I've seen so many people are sharing their some cooking habits in the social media. So it will be good for change of time, but don't make it this cooking habit for day-to-day activities, day-to-day intakes. If you take you eating deep fried foods continuously, you are gaining more weight. So don't eat deep fried food. Take light food also. So here you cut out your fat. Also take less sugar. All sweet, I would say, should be minimized. Don't take added sugar on your meal. It means simply don't take sweets because now we are doing less physical activities. The sweets are they give very instant energy to us, and they are one of the reason for weight gain also. So cut down your sweet part. If you have desire to eat sweet, better to take a fruits. Fruits have complex carbohydrates. It means once you eat the fruit, sugar level don't go up rapidly. And fruit also have the fibers. So it is more beneficial than what we are taking the sugar, commercially available sugar. So anything that has the sugar, mostly the sweet, you should avoid taking in during this period. Yes, when you desire, you can make, and after the 2 weeks, you can have some this. take a small amount of that type of sugar on the high oil feed. Third is you take a lot of proteins. Protein, you can have the egg, you can have the milk and milk products like paneer. They have a lot of protein also. Now we stay in Gujarat. The most of the population are the vegetarian, and we depend on the vegetarian food, and we can get a protein from the cereals, soya that is easily available in our home, and we should take a lot of the protein. We should take a lot of water. Water helps to decrease our appetite also. When we are hungry, we should take some fruits, drink some water, to stop our craving for the food. The protein here comes as a very important component. When you take a protein, protein has capacity to build our cells. So whatever strength we have is because of the protein. It's our strength of the body. And protein, good point is that protein also decreases the craving. So our diet, if we have the protein in our diet, we have less craving for the food. You add protein in your morning meals, in a breakfast or lunch, so you will have less desire craving in day to time also. But also have some protein the dinner time also. So in daytime, in overnight, you don't have craving for the food. So focus more on taking the protein food. Focus on the taking the more fibers. It may be the fruits also. Fruit will give the sugar and the complex fiber, help you a lot also. Take a lot of water and avoiding high fried, deep fried food. These now, how to know that whatever amount we are taking, how should control it? Yes. Now you should become aware of that. Our there is recommendation for all of us how much calorie we need to have, how much calorie we should consume. So like BMI, you can search on mobile application or the web search engines. What should be my calorie intake? Usually we over exceed our calorie intake unknowingly. If someone need to take 2000 calories, he may end up taking 3000 or 3500 kilocalories. So he's taking extra. So now it's a good time for you. Search on net or application according to weight and height, according to your physical activity. They will ask how physically you are active. You know your calorie intake, and then you have to know that should be my amount of intake also. When you are eating the packet food, there is always a value written on the packet food. Weight, what the weight 50 kg, 50 gram or 100 gram, and content also. It tell you how much content calories the food also have. So we should make a habit of reading these food labels, how much calorie we gain. That way we become more aware gradually. Yes, this food contain more calorie for us, so we should avoid eating this food. It's a slow process. Just for education point of view, we should know this also. So like for example, one gulab jamun piece give 225 kilocalories to us, and one glass of milk 170 calories. So now you can understand drinking a milk is far beneficial for calorie point of view, also give more protein than eating one gulab jamun that gives 225 calories to you. Eating a jamun is easier than drinking one extra glass of milk also. So knowing this information help you to reduce your calorie intake. When we eat, the weight loss should be the affair of all the family members. It means when one person is overweight, I urge every family members, parents to make a family affair of the weight loss. Because when one person get restriction on that, rest are enjoying the same tasty and delicious meal, it will be difficult for that person to continue the same dietary restriction for longer time. And very soon he will give it up. So when someone is on, I would say weight loss, so that diet should be applicable to all family members. Same members are eating same type of food. Make it more delicious, but avoid overeating. Then eat your food in a small amount. Don't fill your plate at one time. Don't take a larger plate. Because we have tendency to take a full the plate, sit, we will go to take another time. Let's have one time the meal only. So this way we are tendency have to eat extra. So use a small plate, take small frequent meal, avoid the taking sugars, carbs. That way we can reduce the gaining the weight. For weight loss, what the most important point is we should restrict our calorie intake. And unknowingly, we are taking additional calories. Because the second aspect of weight loss is the doing more exercises. It is a more cumbersome, practically may not be possible for most of the all of us, and it is difficult. Although it is also essential component for weight loss. The first pillar here is to reduce the calorie intake. We should control our food habits. We should control our desire, satiety, taste also, and that will help a lot to controlling the weight loss. The way you go for a dietitian, what they do, they assess your calorie intake and they make diet calorie deficient. They limit your, yes, if you need 2000 calories, they make it 1500 calories for you to take for weight loss. So that way, they are forcing you to take less amount. So if that habit comes to you by your spontaneous, you make this as a family habit. So that will help you to to gain the weight in this time. So my request would be you take a small amount of food in a small plate and avoid sugars and fat, especially deep fried food items. Now the third component is exercise. It is a very essential to be physically active. Or I think the deepest school might have thought of, because this time we are locked down at the home. Even remaining in the home, how we can reduce the weight. It is not difficult. Yes, it has made difficult because we are not going outside. But we have to become more innovative. How we can be more physically active at the home for to maintain our weight. Now, you must have heard so many jokes on social media. I also gone through it. The husbands or gents are now also coming up to do some help to their partners or their family members. And I would strongly urge you should also be part of these activities now. Now we should physically active. We should help them in day-to-day chorus. You can be helping in the cleaning the utensil, dusting, cleaning the room, mopping the room. This will you do physical activities. And I give one idea is that you don't think you are doing you don't think you are doing the domestic work. You just think you are doing some physical activities, and these activities have been changed in this current scenario, like mopping your home, like dusting your home in various rooms. You have to do move your body. So that way you increase your physical activities. Make the habit of doing it. So you get two benefit of this activity. You will keep yourself physically activity, and your second half, better half will be happy that you are helping them in this crisis, because now your family members are also overburdened. Now we don't have domestic worker to help us. So indirectly their burden has been increased. So this is a good time for us to share with them their responsibilities. And I would urge all of you to take more of the physical activities from their side. So this activity will add to us to become more physically activity, and we can burn some of the calories. Yes, along with that, there are few physical activities we can do, exercise we can do, like sit-ups, like crunches, squatting, lunges, push-ups. We can do. For these activity, we have to stay at one place only. We need only 2 by 2 feet square area or 3 by 3 feet square area only. We can make it, we can motivate all other family members to participate in this activity. And gradually you make your calendar of this. Day 1, do only activity 10, 10, 10, 10, these activity exercises. Day 2, you increase by 20%. Day 3, then again 20% increment. Don't overstay, don't become over enthusiastic for these activity. Because once you become over enthusiastic, you will have muscular pain. And once you muscular pain, you may skip the activities for the upcoming days. So I will urge you to get incremental gain on this physical activity at 20% or 10% than previous days. So your muscle is gradually now becoming active. They will easily bear up the stress of your physical activity, and this way you can keep on increasing day to day these all exercises. And again, make every member participating. So these are become a family affair, all of you. Decide one time, maybe morning or maybe evening, whatever time suitable to you, half an hour to 1 hour, and do it. Now, this is the innovative idea I have also experienced. My daughter has come in with this idea, and we are doing at home regularly. And we can do it also. You can do also at home also. So now I come to my second part, that is the how to improve our immunity in this coronavirus. So as a medical expert, I would say keep yourself physically active. It always boosts your immunity. This is a hidden factor, but yes, keep yourself physically active. More you physically active, your body responding to your stress and your immunity on higher level compared to person who is physically not active. You can do the yoga, you can do meditation also there. Meditation will help you to achieve your weight loss program because this empower your mind. It strengthen your mind. So I told you for weight loss, mind and motivation are the first step to start this program. And here meditation helps a lot for you to strengthen your mind, to give more motivation for the weight loss. So you can practice at home also. You can do the yoga also. Yoga also you can do at the home in a limited space. No need to go outside. These are small things will help you to become more physically active. And there are few recipes that Ayurveda supporting. Government India has endorsed them also, and they are a part of our day-to-day life. We are eating them in from the spices also, like turmeric, like cumin, like coriander, lessons. I think lesson some may not like, but turmeric, cumin, coriander, they are very well known, very proven thing to improve our immunity. And one thing I want to share with you, immunity is not a one-day game. We can't improve immunity overnight also. There's no other way. Whatever medicines are there, what supplements are there, they takes on time to develop it. If you have a good habit of eating the curcumin, turmeric, cumin, tenders, if make them use more frequently, they have proven scientific benefit for us as in our spices. Along with that, keep yourself stress free. I know lockdown has given some relaxation at one end. The longer the duration of the lockdown, we are having the stress of our job, of our business, but keeping ourselves stress free also one of the way to keep our immunity on higher side. Be positively motivated. Those person who are under fear, stress, their immunity also found to be low on level. This is a situation everyone is suffering. If you search surrounding, everyone has the same problem. So don't dishearten. Keep yourself motivated. There are way to do it. You can read the book. You can do whatever you want to do. You discuss some positive stories with your family members. Encourage them to share with you. A lot of kids know so many positive stories because school teaches them also. So involve this activity. Keep yourself positively motivated. Even this crisis that give more confidence, give you stress-free life. Our body hormones remain the normal value. So that also way to increase your immunity. So for immunity, I would say be positive, have a stress-free life, take adequate sleep, avoid late night shows, don't see movie, mobile use till the late night. Yes, we should have to have 8 hours sleep, average 8 hours sleep in the night. Just understand, night is there for a rest, or day is here for a work. There may be exception for a few days, but don't make a routine habit for that. It implicates our body hormones. Our body hormones are there to work in the daytime. They are supposed to rest in the night. If we challenge this, our immunity will go down. So take a good sleep, take plenty of water, eat healthy homemade food. Homemade food is always the best remedy, best medicine, and we are grown up with this homemade food also. We only, and you now become more innovative in terms to reduce the weight gain in this lockdown period and take lot of waters, take lot of fibers. So with this, I end my talk on this topic. I seen so many comments. I could not see them, but I will go through and try to reply them. Yes, people are highlighting obesity very vicious cycle. Yes, very true. This is a vicious cycle. And best time to reduce the weight is 5 kg weight. Lesser the weight we have right now is the best time to reduce. You will get 100% result. You will get 100% motivation. So don't ignore your initial weight gain. Don't accept it as a new normal for your life. This, if weight become 20 kg, it becomes challenge for a person and for the person, dietitian or fitness center also to reduce the weight. Once you reduce the weight, it never comes to normal. Higher the weight, it means you have 20 kg extra weight. It is very difficult to bring to the normal weight. You can reduce 10 kg, 12 kg, 15 kg. Difficult to reduce the 20 kg. Now you will take longer time to reduce this weight, maybe 6 months or 1 year. And then what happens? We give up after some time because our family atmosphere is not so conducive. We have overburdened stress. We give priority to our work, our profession, and we skip our health priorities. But now we should focus on that. So what is my learning is that with all experience, if our weight is 5 kg extra, if our weight 10 kg extra, this is the best time, most suitable time you can reduce your weight with all the homemade remedies. You no need to go anywhere. And this will help you not only from the weight gain but from all upcoming medical problems. Mind you, our body has capacity to recovery, but once damage has happened, there is no way to bring that damage to normal. It means if our knee pain has become gone to that extent, our knee has been damaged. It means new knee has to be placed by the surgery. Some people don't want surgery. They may be right at one point, but it's not a good time for to decide. They would have decided in the beginning of where they're gaining the weight. Because once there is a damage to the organ, I very tell simply, in next birth, when born again, then only we'll have the normal organ. There's no other way to recover the damaged organ. So we have the prevention of organ damage. We can prevent our organ to get damaged. So it means we should we should focus right now. This is the best time. If you are again repeating, if you are 5 kg extra weight, 10 kg extra, know your BMI, download the application, go to Google search engine, know your what is your height and weight, how much activity you do. On based on 3 criteria, you come to know your weight, your BMI, your excess weight, your calorie intake, and then you focus to reduce that weight. I am very much confident with this philosophy, it will help you to reduce the weight. Or once the weight is reduced, your healthy habit has been nurtured into it, your immunity will increase. And take it again, this corona is not going to finish, not going to end once the lockdown ends. It will stay as with for few months to year with us. We have to improve our immunity. We have to keep ourselves healthy. And keeping healthy means we have to keep our medical problem also on the backside. That way we can have the healthy life, we can enjoy the life. And I hope all of you enjoy the session. Yes, one question is yoga advisable after cesarean section? Yes, yoga, there are two type of, I would say yoga or physical activity. If activity involve the limbs only, our upper limb, lower limb, that can be done easily soon after the surgery, means after the 3 week or 4 week. And don't put weight or exercise on the tummy part. After the end of the 3 week, after the end of the 3 months, you can add the yoga, then put that strengthen your tummy muscles. So yoga can be done, but they start with the walking, start with some physical exercises in terms of leg movement, you can maintain your weight. So here is a good comment. Mr. Ravender Kaur has mentioned cesarean section has nothing to do with the yoga. You can do yoga even after heart surgery under proper guidance of learned yoga guru. Very true. I encourage also if can get expertise opinion in this period, you utilize it also. We do lot of surgery, open surgery, and being the guest of surgeon, and in open surgery we mobilize patient very next day, and we make him he should walk as early as possible, He should do all routine activities like climbing, walking, doing her routine chorus. So more you are physically active, it helps a lot. So, but the surgery we always encourage than the older era. More we active after the surgery, less we have the complications during the recovery phase. So, I mentioned the point have you noted in this comment. Mind, motivation, myth, mouth, then comes the muscles, means exercise, and then last point is mentor. Mentor is like a school teacher, they guide us. Are we on the same track? Are we losing the track? And the mentor also encourage us. When we achieve our goal, they compliment us. So we should make this cycle, and that help us to reduce the weight and maintain the normal weight for long time. Or again, we have to keep weight in the normal range till we are on this planet. Our range should not be for 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year like that. We have to keep our weight in normal range till we are here, because the protection will remain till we remain the normal weight. So if we are maintaining the weight for rest of the life, we are keeping care of our health and we are avoiding so much medical problems. There are so many comments, they are appreciating a session. So for that, I'm thankful to all of you. Or again, I would like to thank you. My thanks to DPH School and for their innovative idea in this difficult time, for the parents, for the kids, motivating them, keeping in line with them, and bringing them for a good opportunity to inviting good expertise from different industries, different specialties, and getting them educated in this difficult time. I have been there in school for many times and creating this program in school also. And today, today I'm very thankful again. Today I got opportunity to interact with their parents along with the kids at their home. So with this, I end this session. If you have any question, you can like our page, Obesity Doctor is one of our Facebook page that provide all the health information about the weight loss, and you can share your question over there. I will be happy to answer all of the questions if I am unable to do in this session. Thank you. Pranam. Jai Hind.